See here in the picture, this is a picture of an iceberg. You know that the iceberg, only 1/10 of the part of the iceberg is visible, and 9/10 part is invisible. You all might have heard the story of Titanic. So that Titanic, when he hit it, the iceberg, it got crashed and down in the sea. So these defects are like that only, like an iceberg. So only certain things are visible, and they can cause a lot of many other problems as well, which are often not really visible. Like in this figure, you can see that in this figure of scrap of iceberg, we can see that only this scrap concession is visible, and the all the other hidden cost, or all the other hidden things like rework loops, longer lead times, rescheduling of the activity, delivery failures, increased inventories, customer complaints, reduced capacity, these are all the things are often not visible. So even if you take example of purchasing a television from electronic stores. If you purchase a television, and if you know tested it there itself, and if you bring that home, and if it runs for for 2 days, and after that if it fails, if the power supply goes wrong, or if the power supply fails, or the screen may go blank, in that case you will definitely suffer a lot, because you have paid so much amount to purchase that particular television set. So it is not always desirable. You will get annoyed. Okay, and so likewise, each and every item which is produced, or each and every process which is carried out, if that process contains defect, the end user will get annoyed, because he has to cost for these rework loops, longer lead time, he has to visit to the service center, he has to deal with them, he has to wait till it gets repaired. So all these things cost him a lot. So definitely it will hamper the image of that particular company in the market, and which reduce to customer complaint, and the reducing of the customer loyalty. So what are the other examples of this waste of defects? Like incorrect data entry. If you see, if in a bank, if that cashier by mistake puts another figure, if you deposited 10,000 rupees, and if by mistake he forgot to punch the last zero, it will be only 1,000. So is it desirable? What kind of situation may arise if he commits that mistake? And if it is 1 crore rupees, or if it is say 100 crore rupees, if he forgot to punch the last zero in that, what will happen? We cannot imagine the impact of that. So now you could understand how serious the problem of defect is. So incorrect data entry is a basic example of the defect, which may create a lot of problems in the systems and processes. Then the typographical error in exam question paper. You must have seen many cases that the final exam questions paper set is having typographical error. If it is a mathematics paper, and if by mistake the figures in the question itself wrong, how the students should it will waste the time of all the students for because the students, they are attempting to calculate and try to solve the problem and write in the exam question set, but they will never come to the conclusion. It will waste their time. They will not get any marks for that. Okay, and even for the same question, if the typographical error is not there, if it is taking 5 minutes to solve, normal time is if it is 5 minutes, then due to this defect they will try to find out why it is not happening, why the answer is not coming, what is going wrong. It will waste another 15 minutes. So definitely it will cost much to students while writing the exam. if the exam question paper carrying a typographical error in that. Then the question paper based on wrong syllabus in exam is another example of defect. Then the incorrect name printed on credit card, the same example we have just now seen. Engineering design flaws, you can imagine how big this thing could be if there is an engineering design flaw. Last 2 years back, in the year 2012, there was a big accident in Delhi due to the incorrect design of a big a bridge pillar. That bridge pillar was not designed to carry the load, and it failed while commissioning, and due to that 3 people died on the spot. So that was the biggest, likewise there are many other examples of this engineering design flaws. So the engineering design should not be containing this kind of flaws, because the impact could be very very high and very disastrous as well. Then miscommunication is a bigger defect. If the communication within organization or within people is not right, a lot of other problems could occur. So because of this defect of miscommunication, there are plenty of other problems can arise, that we can definitely imagine how serious this defect is. Then the rework, scrap, incorrect documentation is again a rework. The customer or the end user will not accept the incorrect documentation, they will not pay for it. All the the all the processes which we have carried out to complete that particular thing will go as waste. Then the products or services that are out of specification that require resources to correct, then work that contain errors become rework, or lack something necessary. So this kind of error, if when it is there in the processes, it will become rework, and we'll have to put more efforts to resolve the issue. We'll have to put more manpower, we'll have to invest money into that. Then errors that turn into defects, if they reach to the customer, it will be a big problem for the customers. If I mean, now you can imagine, if suppose a manufacturing plant setup is going on, and if the equipments which is being installed, if it found defect, the entire manufacturing plant cannot start their normal operations, because of that particular item is wrong, and they will have to wait till it is replaced. So which will due to that, a lot of other problems may occur. They have to make the people, they will have to ask the people to sat idle, because there could not be any production be able to start, just because of that that particular item is defective. So I mean, it's really very serious thing where if the defect contained in the final product. Then the missing information, misspecification, lost records, okay, wrong or incorrect data, and the frequent equipment breakdowns, malfunctioning. Again, these are the type of defects. So we should try to avoid as far as possible the creation of defect in the processes or products. That is very very important.